Welcome to the Healthy Pantry, your daily dose of nutritional knowledge and wellness inspiration. We are delighted to have you here. In today's video, we're diving deep into the magnificent world of 10 worst foods that can wreak havoc on your heart health. Your heart is the engine that keeps your body running, but unfortunately, not all foods are heart-friendly. In this video, we'll explore the top 10 offenders that you should steer clear of to keep your ticker in top shape. From artery-clogging fats to sugar-laden treats, we'll uncover the dietary villains that threaten your cardiovascular system. Stay tuned to learn how to protect your heart by making informed choices about what you eat. Let's dive in. First and foremost, let's talk about trans fats, as they are among the worst foods for heart health. They raise levels of LDL cholesterol, commonly known as bad cholesterol, while simultaneously lowering levels of HDL cholesterol. This combination increases the risk of arterial blockages and heart disease. Trans fats trigger inflammation within the body, which can damage the lining of blood vessels and contribute to the formation of arterial plaques, increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Consumption of trans fats promotes the development of atherosclerosis, a condition characterized by the accumulation of fatty deposits on artery walls. This buildup restricts blood flow and can lead to hypertension, heart disease, and other cardiovascular complications. Did you know that trans fats are commonly found in processed foods such as fried foods, baked goods, packaged snacks, and margarine? These foods often contain hydrogenated oils, a primary source of trans fats, which are used to enhance flavor, texture, and shelf life. The consumption of trans fats has been linked to an increased risk of coronary heart disease, diabetes, obesity, and metabolic syndrome. Even small amounts of trans fats can have detrimental effects on cardiovascular health over time. Due to the significant health risks associated with trans fats, many health organizations and regulatory agencies have taken steps to limit their presence in the food supply. In several countries, including the United States, trans fats have been banned or their use significantly reduced in processed foods. However, consumers need to remain vigilant and check food labels for any hidden sources of trans fats, especially in products labeled as partially hydrogenated oils. Opting for natural, unprocessed foods and cooking with healthier fats like olive oil or avocado oil can help protect heart health in the long run. What's more, processed meats like bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and deli meats are typically high in saturated fats and cholesterol. Consuming these fats can increase levels of LDL cholesterol in the blood, which can lead to the formation of plaque in the arteries and increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Processed meats are often loaded with sodium, which can contribute to high blood pressure, hypertension. High blood pressure is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Excess sodium intake can also lead to fluid retention and strain on the heart. They also contain various additives and preservatives, such as nitrates and nitrites, which are used to enhance flavor, color, and shelf life. Some studies suggest that these additives may increase the risk of heart disease and certain types of cancer. Processed meats are often low in essential nutrients such as vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Instead, they are high in calories, unhealthy fats, and sodium, making them a poor choice for heart health and overall well-being. To protect your heart health, it's important to limit or avoid the consumption of processed meats and opt for healthier alternatives such as lean cuts of fresh meat, poultry, fish, and plant-based protein sources like beans, lentils, and tofu. Choosing whole, unprocessed foods and incorporating more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and nuts into your diet can help support heart health and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Now let's talk about sugary drinks and their impact on heart health. Imagine your heart as the captain of your body, steering you through life's adventures. Now, just like any good captain, your heart needs care and attention to keep sailing smoothly. But some certain foods and drinks can create stormy seas for your heart, and sugary drinks are one of them. Picture this: you're strolling down the beverage aisle, and those brightly colored bottles of soda and sweetened juices are calling your name. They might seem like refreshing treats, but hidden within all that sweetness are tiny troublemakers that can wreak havoc on your heart. You see, sugary drinks are like sneaky pirates, stealing away your heart's health without you even realizing it. They're loaded with sugars that can spike your blood sugar levels faster than a cannonball flying through the air. This sudden surge puts extra strain on your heart, making it work harder to keep up with the chaos. Regular consumption of sugary drinks is strongly associated with an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Diabetes, particularly when poorly managed, significantly raises the risk of heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular complications. They can lead to insulin resistance, a condition in which cells become less responsive to insulin, the hormone responsible for regulating blood sugar levels. Insulin resistance is a precursor to type 2 diabetes and a risk factor for heart disease. Sugary drinks provide empty calories and do not promote feelings of fullness or satiety. Consuming them regularly can lead to weight gain and obesity, which increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and other chronic conditions. To protect heart health, it's important to limit or avoid sugary drinks altogether and choose healthier alternatives such as water, sparkling water, herbal teas, or unsweetened beverages. Additionally, sodium, commonly consumed in the form of salt, is a mineral that is essential for various bodily functions. However, excessive sodium intake, especially in the form of added salt in processed and restaurant foods, can have detrimental effects on heart health. Sodium may seem harmless, just a sprinkle here or a dash there, but too much of it can turn your heart's journey into a treacherous one. You see, sodium is like a mischievous sea monster, hiding in many foods and ready to wreak havoc on your heart's health. When you consume too much sodium, it's like adding extra salt to the ocean, causing your body to retain water and raising your blood pressure. One of the most well-established links between sodium intake and heart health is its effect on blood pressure. Consuming too much sodium can cause the body to retain water, which increases blood volume and puts extra strain on the heart and blood vessels. Over time, this can lead to hypertension, high blood pressure, a major risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular problems. Hypertension is a leading risk factor for heart disease and stroke. High blood pressure damages the arteries and can lead to the formation of plaques, narrowing the arteries and restricting blood flow to the heart and brain. This increases the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular events. Excessive sodium intake can cause the body to retain fluid, leading to swelling, edema, in the extremities and other parts of the body. Edema can strain the heart and exacerbate heart failure symptoms in individuals with existing heart conditions. And don't forget about your kidneys, as they play a crucial role in regulating sodium levels in the body. Consuming too much sodium can put a strain on the kidneys and may lead to kidney damage or dysfunction over time. Impaired kidney function can further contribute to fluid retention and high blood pressure, increasing the risk of heart disease and other complications. If you find this video helpful and informative, please support the Healthy Pantry channel by leaving your comment below, liking this video, and subscribing for more daily health and nutrition tips. But wait, there is more. Refined carbohydrates, such as white bread, white rice, pasta, and sugary cereals, are quickly broken down into sugar by the body, causing rapid spikes in blood sugar levels. These fluctuations can contribute to insulin resistance, a condition where cells become less responsive to insulin, increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes. They are often low in fiber and nutrients, which means they provide little satiety and can lead to overeating. Regular consumption of refined carbs can contribute to weight gain and obesity, which are major risk factors for heart disease and other chronic conditions. Diets high in refined carbohydrates and added sugars have been shown to increase levels of triglycerides, a type of fat found in the blood. Elevated triglyceride levels, along with low levels of HDL cholesterol, are associated with an increased risk of heart disease and stroke. Refined carbohydrates can promote inflammation and oxidative stress in the body, which are key contributors to the development of heart disease. Chronic inflammation and oxidative stress can damage blood vessels, promote plaque buildup in the arteries, and increase the risk of cardiovascular events. To improve heart health, it's important to focus on consuming whole, unprocessed foods that are rich in fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Opt for whole grains such as brown rice, quinoa, oats, and whole wheat bread, which provide sustained energy and support heart health. Incorporating plenty of fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, and seeds into your diet can also help lower the risk of heart disease and promote overall well-being. Did you know that many highly processed foods, including sugary snacks, sweetened beverages, and processed desserts, are loaded with added sugars? Excessive sugar intake can contribute to obesity, insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Highly processed foods often contain unhealthy fats, such as trans fats and saturated fats, which can raise levels of LDL cholesterol and increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Processed foods like canned soups, frozen meals, and packaged snacks are typically high in sodium, which can contribute to high blood pressure, hypertension, and increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Many highly processed foods contain additives, preservatives, and artificial ingredients to enhance flavor, texture, and shelf life. Some of these additives may have negative effects on heart health and contribute to inflammation and oxidative stress in the body. It's important to note that some highly processed foods contain emulsifiers and other ingredients that may disrupt the balance of beneficial bacteria in the gut. Imbalances in gut bacteria have been linked to inflammation, metabolic disorders, and cardiovascular disease. Moreover, saturated fats are often considered among the worst foods for heart health due to their impact on cholesterol levels and the risk of cardiovascular disease. They tend to raise levels of LDL cholesterol. High levels of LDL cholesterol can contribute to the buildup of plaque in the arteries, a condition known as atherosclerosis, which increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. Saturated fats not only raise LDL cholesterol levels, but also have been shown to increase levels of triglycerides, another type of fat found in the blood. Elevated levels of triglycerides are associated with an increased risk of heart disease and other cardiovascular problems. Numerous studies have found a strong association between the consumption of saturated fats and the risk of heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. Diets high in saturated fats have been shown to increase the risk of developing cardiovascular disease, especially when consumed as part of a high-calorie diet. Saturated fats are primarily found in animal products such as fatty cuts of meat, poultry with skin, full-fat dairy products like butter, cheese, and cream, as well as certain plant-based sources like coconut oil and palm oil. Furthermore, artificial trans fats are widely regarded as one of the worst types of fats for heart health. They not only raise LDL cholesterol levels but also lower HDL cholesterol levels. This unfavorable combination increases the risk of plaque buildup in the arteries, leading to atherosclerosis and increasing the risk of heart disease and stroke. Trans fats promote inflammation and oxidative stress in the body, which can damage blood vessels and increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. Chronic inflammation and oxidative stress contribute to the development of heart disease by promoting the formation of plaques in the arteries. Numerous studies have shown a strong association between the consumption of trans fats and the risk of heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. Diets high in trans fats have been linked to an increased risk of developing cardiovascular disease, even at low levels of consumption. Trans fats not only raise LDL cholesterol levels but also increase levels of triglycerides, another type of fat found in the blood. Elevated levels of triglycerides are associated with an increased risk of heart disease and other cardiovascular problems. Artificial trans fats are primarily found in partially hydrogenated oils, which are used in many processed and packaged foods to improve texture, flavor, and shelf life. Common sources of trans fats include fried foods, baked goods, such as cookies, cakes, and pastries, snack foods, margarine, and certain types of fast food. What's more, regular and excessive alcohol consumption can lead to high blood pressure, hypertension, a major risk factor for heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. Alcohol increases blood pressure by causing the blood vessels to constrict and the heart to pump harder to circulate blood throughout the body. Excessive alcohol consumption can weaken the heart muscle and lead to a condition known as cardiomyopathy. Cardiomyopathy can result in the heart becoming enlarged, thickened, or rigid, impairing its ability to pump blood effectively and increasing the risk of heart failure. Alcohol can disrupt the electrical signals that regulate the heartbeat, leading to irregular heart rhythms or arrhythmias. Arrhythmias can be dangerous and increase the risk of complications such as stroke or sudden cardiac arrest. Alcohol consumption, especially excessive intake, can raise levels of triglycerides in the blood. Elevated triglyceride levels are associated with an increased risk of heart disease and other cardiovascular problems. Excessive alcohol consumption is associated with an increased risk of ischemic stroke, hemorrhagic stroke, and other cerebrovascular events. Alcohol can raise blood pressure, promote blood clot formation, and damage blood vessels in the brain, increasing the likelihood of stroke. To protect heart health, it's important to consume alcohol in moderation, if at all, and to maintain a healthy lifestyle that includes regular physical activity, a balanced diet, and stress management strategies. And lastly, fried foods are often considered among the worst foods for heart health due to several reasons. They are typically cooked in oils that are high in unhealthy fats, such as saturated and trans fats. These fats can raise levels of LDL cholesterol and increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Fried foods are often calorie-dense, meaning they contain a high number of calories in a small serving size. Consuming excess calories can lead to weight gain and obesity, which are major risk factors for heart disease, hypertension, and other cardiovascular conditions. The process of deep-frying foods at high temperatures can produce harmful compounds, such as advanced glycation end products, AGEs, and acrylamide, which may promote inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is associated with an increased risk of heart disease and other chronic conditions. The high sodium content in many fried foods, especially those purchased from fast food restaurants or processed foods, can contribute to high blood pressure, hypertension. High blood pressure is a significant risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular problems. And there you have it, folks. We've uncovered the top 10 worst foods that can wreak havoc on your heart health. From artery-clogging trans fats to calorie-dense fried foods, it's clear that our dietary choices play a significant role in shaping our cardiovascular well-being. But fear not. Armed with knowledge about these dietary villains, you now have the power to make informed decisions about what you put on your plate. By minimizing the intake of these detrimental foods and embracing heart-healthy alternatives, you can take proactive steps toward nurturing your heart and promoting overall wellness. Remember, small changes in your diet can yield significant benefits for your heart health in the long run. So let's prioritize wholesome, nutrient-rich foods and embrace a lifestyle that honors our hearts and bodies. See you tomorrow in the next video. Thank you for joining us here at the Healthy Pantry. We hope you found the information valuable and inspiring. Remember, your health is a journey, and we are here to guide you every step of the way. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.